Let's see, man. New window. Hi, assalamualaikum. Hey y'all, welcome back and thank you so much for choosing eTuisyen online, and especially untuk kelas malam ni is to learn English. Kejap, ni kelas keberapa? Oh, sorry. So this is for form 1. Sorry, just now Miss baru habis kelas untuk Darjah 6. So right now is for form 1. Okay, got that confused. Alright, so let me just clean this a bit. Give me 1 second. So as usual, we will go through the checklist or housekeeping to ensure your session runs smooth. Sorry, even I'm not smooth that to start the session with you. My bad. All right. So sorry for that technicalities. So we're gonna go through some checklists to ensure your session is smooth. Meaning like all those like the for your, what do you call those? For your devices, for your phones and the resolution, blah, blah, blah. We're going to go through that for a sec. And then we're going to start with the word of the week. Macam yang Miss lalu buat dengan korang. I think I've been doing it with you guys for 2 weeks now. So what I wanted to do is try to share with you all the words, new words. Probably it's the same word that you know already, but you didn't know there's 3 or 4 meanings to it. Because some words, I'm like, alah, ini punya perkataan selalu nampak lah, tapi actually dia ada banyak jenis, dia ada banyak makna to it. There's also different ways on how you use it. It sounds so simple, but the more you learn, the more you don't know actually. So, sorry, the more you learn, the more you know. Sorry, salah itu. But you know that there's more that you haven't learned about it yet. Okay, so that's for what we're gonna do later, and then we're gonna touch on this adverbs. Because last week, if I'm not mistaken, we learned about adjectives and how you compare them. Alright, so for today, you're gonna learn adverbs yang you put. So this adverbs is the word that you put. You try to describe the verb. So last week we learned about the word for you to describe the noun ataupun pronoun. Okay, now we're gonna try to describe the verb pula, the action that you've done. Okay, so before that, let's go through quickly the checklist. All right, so to ensure you have enough, the session is smooth, make sure your battery kalau 2%, tolong ambil charger and charge it up. Like me right now, I'm gonna charge my laptop just now because it's like have 20% and I don't want it to go to kaput. Alright, so you should do the same. And then resolution, kalau tak nampak apa yang dekat dalam slide, tolong naikkan resolution to 1080. And what is this resolution? If you can see on the YouTube, ada dekat bawah kan, if you're facing the YouTube, I think there's like one right, but like macam icon here, bentuk macam gear ataupun macam cog, macam ada bentuk bunga tu kan. You click on that, nanti dia akan ada senaraikan 1080 ataupun 720. So that's the high definition. So memang nampak, but sometimes internet is slow. So probably now, whatever that suits your devices, you dengar dulu apa Miss nak share, then later you can rewind and play the video again. And then if this is your first ever class with me, forgive me for my technicalities earlier. I wanted to say welcome to eTuisyen Online, and thank you so much for choosing us. And so other than eTuisyen Online, you can also get more information about eTuisyen or other knowledge that we try to share with every students that we can reach to via our social media like Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and also we have an account in TikTok. Though you don't see me there though. I don't know if I want to go there. We'll see. Maybe, but not now. Okay. So let's get start on I think that's about it that I wanted to share for the checklist stuff. Let's go through. Oh yeah, I don't have any materials. If you have any book, ada buku ataupun nota yang korang boleh guna untuk ambil nota, sila sediakan so that later you can jot down whatever that I'm gonna share with you, starting with the word of the week. Now, usually apa yang Miss selalu buat is Miss akan share dengan korang words from my favorite kamus here, right? See, this is my kamus that my mom bought since I was 12, I think, right? Betul lah. Okay, so let's get start on the I think that's about it that I wanted to share for the checklist stuff. Let's go through. Oh yeah, I don't have any materials. If you have any book, ada buku ataupun nota yang korang boleh guna untuk ambil nota, sila sediakan so that later you can jot down whatever that I'm gonna share with you, starting with the word of the week. Now, usually apa yang Miss selalu buat is Miss akan share dengan korang words from my favorite kamus here, right? See, this is my kamus that my mom bought since I was 12, I think, right? Oh, sorry, not 12. Oh, no. She did bought it when I was 12. Never mind. Yes, she bought it when I was 12. So, oh my God, 15 years already. Wow. This is a 15 word of kamus, you know. Okay. So, usually I would do here, I will share with you from here. But because I'm connected with you virtually here, what I wanted to do is nak ajar korang macam mana nak guna online dictionary. Okay. So, how do you do that? So, let me quickly share here. Okay, say for example, if you go to Google, right? So if you're using Google, I think you can also search on, what do you call those? Bing, ataupun Firefox or Safari, depending on what website you use lah. But as long as you can search, so say for example, the one that I wanted to share with you is the word, if I'm not mistaken, I have not shared you with this, is the word far. Okay, F-A-R. Okay, so far. It sounds very simple lah, Miss. Far, jauh. Hey, better said than done. Okay, actually, there's really like very interesting menarik tentang this word. Okay, this word far. Okay, so if you just click enter, thing is, okay, so here, okay, this is interesting because it just take me directly into the dictionary. Sometimes, if you say, for example, a word, okay, let's go through another word. Say, for example, perkataan time. It would take me to this magazine, no, this is a brand here, Time or another time.com ataupun Masa. So, it doesn't take me directly to the dictionary. But for now, the word of the week that I wanted to share with you, which is the word far, it will take you directly to this online dictionary. Yes, you can use this because look at here. So here, this definition, if you can see here, this definition comes from Oxford language. So ni you can use because the reference is from Oxford. So Oxford is using British English, so we can use it. Remember, we are using British English. We're not using American or Australian or any other countries punya languages. We don't even use, okay, FYI, English is not our mother tongue. Okay, so there's no such thing as Malaysian English. I take that back. Sometimes it's a trend these days that they just claim that there's Malaysian English. I will not accept that actually because English is not our mother tongue. Our mother tongue is Bahasa Melayu, and I am ashamed that I'm not master in it because I'm supposed to master in it because I am a Malaysian. Okay, so here. Now, the word far. Nampak tak dekat sini? Even far ni kita tahu jauh. Alah, senang je jauh. But actually, there's two meaning here. There's two types of far. Okay, one is the adverb and another one is adjective. Okay, so here boleh pakai dalam Oxford. Now, other than this dictionary, I also use this dictionary. Tak ada kat sini. Ada dekat sini. So here, Cambridge English Dictionary. I also use this one. Okay, and then I also use this Merriam-Webster. Miss, kenapa banyak sangat kamus Miss pakai ni? The more you read, the more ways you can explain the words and the more sentences you can learn from. Because the more you read, the more you know. So in English or in Malay, I think I would assume the more you read about something, the more knowledge you will get. Okay, so bukan Miss ni obsessed pasal dictionary ke apa, tapi Miss suka membaca. So even kita punya XPM pun selalu pesan membaca tu sangat penting, akan membawa, I think ada satu, I would say quote, is it a quote? Membaca membawa kejayaan. Seriously. Oh no, wait, there is a surah saying Iqra, bacalah for those who are Muslim. Okay, so there's a reason why you need to read. Okay, so here, what I'm gonna go through is this one. So far, there's an adverb and then there's an adjective. So here, kalau dalam kamus, okay, dalam kamus physical, it will look, the adjective ataupun adverb, dia punya symbol, it will become ADV or ADJ. Okay, dia taklah tulis the whole thing. Kalau dia tulis the whole thing, ambil kau. Panjang pula dia punya kamus yang nak tulis tu. Okay, so for here, so here as you can see, the symbol in dictionary, physical dictionary is, sorry, Miss letak macam ni, sebab kat sini ada dictionary Miss. Okay, ADV or ADJ. Now, Nampak tak dekat sini ada tulisan F, and then here, remember that I was sharing also with you on how to, sorry ada nyamuk kat depan mata. Okay, so there's this is how you pronounce it, fa. Okay, fa. Now, the first one, yang adverb ni. So here, the fa is used as a adverb. So it's for to show ataupun to say at, to, or by a great distance. Ataupun a large expanse of space of time. So not only distance, bila space of time pun you also use fa. Okay, so that's for adverb. Now, when it used by as a set adjective, right? Situated at great distance in space or time. So maksudnya untuk great distance in space of time ni, so dia nak terangkan ataupun dia nak describekan the space ataupun the time. Okay, remember kalau adverb, if something move far. Okay, so that's how you use it. That's what we're going to learn today. It's actually on the sorry, I didn't write it. On adverb, right? In the slide you see just now. When it's used as an adjective, oh my God, this is a really good example actually. I wanted to show you actually how different is adjective and adverb. So here is, this is a brilliant example. So dah boleh habis ajar dah ni sebab dah so dia adverb dan adjective done for the day. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so here if it's as an adjective, so the fa here, the word fa here is explaining the space here. So here space is as a noun lah. Okay. Alright, so the far reaches of the universe. So meaning the space. Kan universe ni kan space kan, tempat kan. So it's saying that this universe is very, very far. Okay, and then here it's saying that the house was not too far away. So its location, it's saying that the house is not that far. So that's how it's been explaining it. Also, sorry, adverb other than describing the, how do you say this? And other than describing about the verb, you can also use adverb to describe another adjective or describe another adverb. So this is where it gets a bit complicated. But for now, you're going to learn how it describes verb. Then later, when you go into Form 2 and Form 3, then you're gonna start learning on how do you use adverb to describe an adjective, or to add a meaning to an adjective and add a meaning to another adverb. Okay, so the more you learn, the more knowledge you need to absorb lah. But that's for 2 more years punya cerita. So what you're gonna learn today is how to describe a verb first. Okay, so FYI, this is how you use online dictionary. Not only you know about the word, you can also know about the grammar, you also know how to pronounce it, and you also know how to spell it. Spell it. And you also know how to use it in the sentences. So that's why I love dictionary, FYI. Okay, so that's about it for dictionary. Now let's go through the adverbs here. So what you're gonna learn about adverbs for me is, for tonight, is the different types of adverbs, and I believe I'm gonna share with you how to answer 5 questions with adverbs. Okay. And then the category, I think I give you 4, but actually one of them is different. But don't mind that. Just know what are the adverbs that you can use. Okay, so that's the intent for tonight. So, or what are the questions that you can answer by using adverbs? Ta-ta-da! Okay, so look at here. So adverbs, it's an adverbs. Okay, ni dah salah ni. The grammar here. It's not an adverbs, an adverb. Okay, minus the S here. Describe or add meaning to verbs. Okay, so it tells us how, where, when, how much, and with what frequency. Okay, an adverb can tell. Okay, so say for example, if somebody comes to you and asks you, how did you do it? Okay, how do you dance? How do you sing? How do you write? Okay, so the question how, macam mana, bagaimana you buat, macam mana you bake the cake, alright? So to answer the question how ni, so these are the words that you can use: quietly, peacefully, carefully, slowly, badly, closely, easily, well, fast, quickly, cheerfully. Okay, you know what? Let me just switch to pointer kejap so that you can see easier. Okay, so these are the words. And then you notice tak? Ly, 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 ly. Ni tak ada ly tak? Kejap, ada ly, ada ly. So here, usually. Okay, usually adverbs and then under this category, dia akan end dengan ly. Okay, usually kalau, nampak tak? Miss pun pakai usually. Okay, so usually is usually is here. Nanti kita akan go through. Okay, so nampak tak? Even I pakai adverb sekarang ni. Okay, so this the word yang ada ly ni. Okay, so it's actually an adverb. Now, second one, where? Okay, where did you do it? Where did you park your car? Where do you cook your pasta? Where do you learn to cook pasta? So, nampak tak? Dia tanya soalan where did you do the action? Okay, remember it has to have action, okay, verbs. But later when you learn about adverbs and other adjective, but that's for other cases. But for now, it has to involve verb ataupun action. Okay, so above, broad, far, away, back, here, outside, backwards, behind, below, down. Okay, so these words are the adverbs for to answer the question where. Okay, kat mana. Okay, and then the third one, when did you do it? When did you complete your SPM? Okay, korang baru form 1. When did you complete your UPSR? Okay, when did you last travel? Okay, travel because kita kan tengah PKPB. Alhamdulillah lah boleh inter-district sekarang ni for some of the location. And then for those who can travel between negeri, untung lah. Sekarang Miss kena stuck dekat dalam Selangor, tak pergi mana-mana. Okay. So here, when. For the questions when you ask when, bila. So now, yesterday, soon, later, tomorrow, yet, already, tonight, today, then, last year. So all of these words is answering the question when someone asks you, when did you do it? Okay, so that's when. Now, how much? How much? How do you ask this question? How much? I'm asking you the question, how much? Okay, sorry. So how much is an action was done? Okay, how much baking have you done in your life? I've baked 40,000 cakes. Okay, enormous number of cakes. Ataupun I did the practice entirely. So kalau ada korang kena buat practice kan, entire practice you've done it. Something like that. Okay, so how much is to say like what is, macam cakap berapa banyak you buat. Okay, so quite, fairly, to, enormously, entirely, very, extremely, rather, almost, absolutely, just. Okay, so this will answer the question how much. Now, the question, how often? Selalu ke you buat sesuatu aktiviti tu? Okay, always, sometimes, often, frequently, normally, generally, usually, occasionally, seldom, rarely, never. So all of these words is to help you to answer these questions when people ask you, or even you try to ask, if you try to ask from someone else, you expect them to use all these words as well. Okay, so that your questions can be answered. Okay, so now, when we talk about these questions, actually kan, it looks like diorang macam ada dalam satu kategori. And you're right. Memang sebab ada dalam kategori. So, we're going to cover 4 of them. Because so here, the question when and how often ni, it's actually talking about time. It's quite similar. But so for now, I'm going to campurkan dia. But later when you go deep dive, sometimes some books, they separate it. But for now, I'm going to do it together because both of them are like talking about the same thing. Time. Okay. So here, adverbs of manner. The question how just now. How did you do it? Okay. So here, an adverb of manner tell us how an action occurs. Meaning, macam mana you buat action tu. How did action, macam mana verb tu terjadi. Okay. So, say for example here, the verb here is crawl. The lion crawls stealthily. Sorry, I'm very particular on how to pronounce the word because when you, some of the words, if you pronounce it incorrectly, it gives different meanings. So we have to be careful not to give a different meaning of what you're trying to say. Okay? Even though sometimes pun Mr. Sasol. Okay? Sebab terlampau laju. Alright, so the lion crawls stealthily. Okay? So the lion crawls stealthily. Alright, so here's crawl ni merangkak, stealthily ni dalam bahasa Melayu dia apa dengan senyap, dengan pelan-pelan, dengan dia macam ninja, macam itulah nak cakapkan kalau korang tahu ninja tu apa. Alright, so here lion tu crawl stealthily sebab mungkin dia nak memburu kot. Okay, so here dia the verb is here, the action is crawl, and then this adverb is explaining the verb here. Okay, so that's the first one. Here, second example. Will you come quietly? I can hear your footsteps from afar. So meaning, say for example, I'm here sitting and then suddenly I have a friend or someone's that's okay, jauh-jauh kan, sorry, I'm alone in my room, so takut apa-apa jadi. Okay, never mind. Just imagine someone is coming and then I can hear the footsteps. So I'm like, boleh tak jalan pelan-pelan sikit? It's like sarcastic lah. Sebenarnya, I can hear your footsteps from far away. So that's what it means lah by this sentence. So come is the action and I'm asking that person to do it quietly. And then you notice that just now masa Miss go through the list just now. Okay, let me just go back to the slide just now. Nampak tak? Li. So this is what it means. Lots of adverbs of manner and dengan ly. Okay? Alright. So second one, adverb of time. When and how often. Okay, so nampak tak? When and how often ni kan tanya pasal masa kan. So that's why here I categorize lah. Tapi sometimes how often ni, okay, before I go through the example here. So here, how often ni, we can also say adverbs of frequency sebab always, often, sometimes it goes like under frequency. But here, I think you were going to learn it when you go to Form 2 or Form 3 nanti. For now, you're going to learn it as an adverb of time lah. Okay, so the more you learn, the more advanced or the more deep you're going to learn. But that's 2 or 3 years punya story lah. For now, this is what is the examples are for. Okay, so adverb of time ni nak cerita bila korang buat that verb. Okay, so and then bila satu benda and then berapa kali, selalu ke, jarang-jarang ke, or every single time, every single moment, because we have to brief at every single, I also don't know how many times do I also don't know how many times do I brief every single second. No, that's too many. One day I have to time how, like, every time I brief, how many seconds do I take. Okay, so that's for how often. So example, I tell him daily. Okay, daily, every single day, I tell him. I don't know what he tell him, or he or she tell him lah. Okay, so every day, daily. Okay, and then here, what you plant now, you will harvest later. So apa yang awak tanam sekarang, later awak dapat tuai kan? Semai. Sorry, asin tuai. Okay, so later, kemudian. So here, nampak tak dekat sini, it shows, okay, daily ni, I think it will go under how often sebab every single day, like daily, it's a routine. Now, sekarang, then later, kemudian. Sometimes by translating it, sometimes by translating these words can help you to understand whether is it adverb of time or adverb of manner. It can help you as well. But sometimes it doesn't lah. Sometimes it get more confusing pun ada juga. But yeah, depends. Okay, so that's for adverb of time, manner and time. Let's go through 2 more. So adverb of place. So if you have some people come to you and ask you where did you do it? Okay, so when an action occurs, so you would use the words, the one that I showed you earlier. Okay, so I did not put it there. We were looking for you everywhere. Okay, so nampak tak? There, everywhere. So this adverb is explaining. So this is your verb. Okay, not put ni, tapi put it in, you put not dekat depan because this is a negative statement. So here put, okay, so the adverb is put and then you put, you use the word there to explain where did you put it, but here you're denying it lah. So this is how you use it in a negative statement. So say for example kalau not ni tak ada, I did put it there. So maksudnya dekat situ lah I letak. Okay, so here everywhere, kat every place that you can go, you were looking for this person. Okay, dia tengah cerita kat mana. Okay, so that's for adverb of place. Last one, adverb of degree. Now, ada nama lain adverb of degree ni, we call it adverb of comparison. Sebab degree ni, bila kita cakap pasal how much pun, it's as if that we trying to compare juga. We trying to compare two items, okay? Oh, I tak cover lagi dengan korang on comparison of adverb. When we have time, we'll go through it. But if you don't learn it now, you can learn it during Form 2 later lah. But I think, would you go through it with me? Well, comparison of adverb. Ada jodoh, kita jumpa lah dengan comparison of adverb tu, ya. When it comes, then I'll teach you how to use it. Okay, so you are how to say this? You trying to answer the question how much. Okay, or at what degree an action occurs. Degree ni maksudnya betapa intense ke ataupun sangat, contohlah kalau you tengah gali what do you call kalau you tengah gali you tengah dig a hole, okay, you tengah gali lubang, okay, you do it very deep, so you can say deeply, okay, so macam or deeper, you're digging deeper, okay, so macam nak cerita you're doing something and then you're adding the adverb to describe how intense you're doing it. So say for example lah ni, macam ni, nampak contoh ayat ni, he works, okay, he works smarter. So maksudnya dia bekerja dengan bijak. Okay, dia bukannya works harder, kan selalu cakap kena kerja kuat kan. Ataupun, so here kita nak cakap dia kerja bijak, okay, dengan bijak, okay, so kita memang kena kerja dengan bijak so that we save enough time, we use our time effectively. But not only to say that he's working smart, he's working smarter, dengan lebih bijak, okay. So here this is the adverb that is like kind of comparison. You're trying to comparing it. Okay, now here, doubters makes me work harder to prove them wrong. So here, maksudnya doubters ni adalah orang yang tak percaya yang I boleh berjaya ataupun tak percaya I boleh capai sesuatu lah. Okay, so doubters make me work harder. Diorang yang buatkan saya bekerja lebih kuat sebab saya nak provekan diorang tu salah. So here, harder ni is explaining the work that I'm doing. Work here is the intensity is ataupun degree harder. Okay, so that's what is this adverb means. Okay, let's go through some examples. I think I have 2 exercise. Let's go through them and then we'll be done for today. Alright, so let's go through the exercise. Okay, so what I have here, I got 6 sentences that have the blanks in here and we need to fill in the words, the adverbs into the blank space. But the thing is, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meaning satu tak sesuai dekat dalam ni. Tapi yang mana satu idaman kalbu. Okay, so ada satu yang tak boleh kita pakai kat sini sebenarnya. Kalau kita pakai macam pelik pula. Okay, alright, so one will get left behind. Sepatutnya no one will get left behind, but we need to left one behind. Okay, so let's go through it. So the first one, he slept blank in the night. Oh, sorry. Before we go through it, let's go through the words first and then see what it means, okay? And then we park it in. We park it in. Now, wisely. Wisely ni maksudnya dengan arif. Usually we would connect wisely, think wisely, auto pula. Ataupun judge yang wise, right? It can make decision wisely. So it comes for someone that needs to make decision atau need to think of a solution wisely. Okay, dengan arif. So late, lambat or lewat. So senang cakap yang macam at the end of the time macam tu lah. Alright, so that's late. Then the third one here, bitterly. Bitterly ni pahit. Sometimes bitterly doesn't mean about the taste only. There's also about bitter moments. Maksudnya moment yang macam sedih gila, macam aku benci gila that moment. It's so bitter for me. Or bitter feeling. Okay, so other than taste, feeling also can be bitter. Usually it's sad or like macam upset or disappointing. So macam tu lah. It's down punya lah feeling. Okay, so that's for bitterly. Now, fourth one, quickly. Quickly, dengan cepat, dengan segera. Okay, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, broadly. Broadly ni dengan lebar. Okay, alright, clearly, dengan terang. Okay, dengan maksudnya tak ada sebalik apa-apa lah, memang clear. So and then usually clearly ni you can connect it with, you can hear clearly. You can, ataupun when you say something, you try to explain something, I hope that I can explain to you clearly. You can clearly understand what I'm trying to say to you. So that's another way to use it. Okay, and then another one is clearly when you try to clear a space kan, you try to make space and then clearkan ke. So that's another way to use it. Angrily, marah gila. Marah gila dengan marah. Okay, I angrily, usually I look angrily pun boleh. Look at you angrily. Maksudnya when I look at you, muka I memang masam gila sebab I tengah marah dengan you. That's one way. Angrily also sound angrily. When I speak to you, I sound angry as well because I am irritated ke. And then what other things? But it's not speak angrily ke? I don't think it's speak angrily. Usually when people shout angrily. Okay, bila orang marah gila. Okay, alright. So that's what this angrily is maksud dia lah. Okay, let's go through the contoh-contohnya. So the first one, he slept blank in the night. So which one suits here? Dia tidur malam, pada waktu malam. Wisely, late, bitterly, quickly, broadly, clearly, angrily. I don't think it's angrily. Mana orang tidur marah-marah? Macam mana nak tidur kalau marah-marah? Okay, so that's out. Now, probably I think you can use late. So, ada orang tidur lambat. Quickly, sleep quickly pun boleh juga. Sebab sometimes kan orang duduk atas katil lepas tu tidur terus kan. Tapi tak semua orang macam tu. But compared late and quickly, I would suggest late would suit the best here. Sebab memang selalu kalau kita kaitkan tidur sama ada tidur awal ataupun tidur lambat ataupun tidur dengan senyap ataupun tidur dengan loudly sebab that person is snoring. Okay? But we would say that's no verb lah. Okay, so here for the first one is slept late in the night. So here late ni, perkataan adverb late ni is explaining how what time he slept. Because night kita boleh cakap early in the night or at midnight, late in the night. Okay, so this is explaining when. Now, the king rule blank. So here, raja itu memerintah dengan memerintah apa? Okay, so here let's look at here. Late, lupa nak letak macam, boleh ke cross? Can I cross? No, I cannot edit anything. Okay, so late, cross. So yang tinggal wisely, bitterly, quickly, broadly, clearly, angrily. Kalau I letak sini angrily, habis kita. Wey, itu I don't think the king rule angrily. Maksudnya mungkin the next day dah kena pancung dah king tu. Sebab usually kalau you marah-marah memerintah orang benci wo. Okay, we need a wise king. Nampak tak? I give you the answer now. So usually we connect kings, pemerintah, ruler, apa lagi kalau orang yang memerintah ni, the president or prime minister, we usually associate them atau kaitkan diorang dengan perkataan wisely. Okay, and then the third one, the woman cried blank. So ni tak ada. So either bitterly, quickly, broadly, clearly or angrily. Cried clearly nak cry, broadly tang mana nak bagi dia lagi lebar, quickly macam boleh, because sometimes some people can cry very quickly. You know, diorang macam pejam mata pun dah menangis dah. Tapi usually, because remember that when I explain to you, bitterly ni kan usually berkaitkan dengan sesuatu yang pahit, yang macam upset, semua tu kan. So when we upset, when kita sedih kan kita menangis kan. So I would suggest here we use bitterly. So usually bitter ni kita kaitkan dengan kesedihan juga. Okay? Alright. So number 4. She walked in and smile blank. Okay, ni tak ada. So tinggal quickly, broadly, clearly and angrily. Can you imagine someone smile at you angrily? I'll be afraid. Okay, so I don't think you connect smile and angrily. No, I don't think so. Alright, so here it's either quickly, broadly or clearly. I don't think smile clearly as well. So it's either tinggal quickly or broadly. Smile quickly. Macam tu je ke? Okay, so I think the best answer it would be broadly. Okay, so dia macam tu lah. Dia masuk satu candy store and she was smiling broadly. So dia nampak all the candy. Sorry, I'm a candy enthusiast. Okay, I like candies. I like sweet stuff. Okay, so here. She walk in and smile broadly. Dengan dia punya smile dia. Okay, so broadly. Alright, so here tinggal lagi 2. So he walk blank to the bus stop, and then the teacher spoke blank to the pupils. Okay, pupils. Betul lah. Alright, so here he walk, dia berjalan blank to the bus stop. Yang tinggal kita adalah quickly, clearly and angrily. He walk angrily. I don't think so. You walk angrily. If you were to move, like say for example, you're moving your feet, right, angrily, you would stomp your feet. So maksudnya bila kita marah kan kita punya bam kaki kan, sebab macam geram kan. Alright, kita macam melepaskan semua kemarahan kita. So usually either you shout it angrily or you stomp angrily. Stomp ni maksudnya bila you jalan, kaki you macam gedung. Okay kan, kadang-kadang kalau you balik kampung dengan rumah kayu kau boleh dengar gedung tu kan, sebab orang berjalan dengan kuatnya atas lantai papan rumah tu. Habis satu rumah tahu di tengah jalan kat situ. Okay, so you stomp your feet. So mana ejaan stomp? S-T-O-M-P. Stomp. Okay, so here I would suggest, sebab yang tinggal apa tadi quickly, clearly and angrily. I would suggest quickly to be the answer. Quickly to the bus stop. Ya, kalau you nak pergi bus kan, you mesti jalan kuat cepat kan. Kalau nanti you terlepas bus. Okay, so that's why he walked quickly to the bus stops. Now, the last one. Clearly and angrily. The teacher spoke angrily to the pupils. The teacher spoke clearly to the pupils. Dua-dua macam nampak macam betul, sebab kadang-kadang kan cikgu marah-marah juga kan sebab homework tak siap. But as I mentioned just now, usually when you don't say angrily, you will shout angrily. Sebab mana ada orang cakap dengan marah. Kalau dia cakap dengan nada bercakap ataupun nada yang rendah, it's not angrily. Dia macam just cakap je lah. Okay, so if someone is marah, they will raise their voice, right? They will like, "Oi! Asal kerja tak siap!" That sounded very bad. But yeah, get the gist. Okay, so if someone is angry, they won't speak. They will shout, scream. Okay, so here I would suggest the answer is clearly. Dia terangkan, dia bercakap dengan clear. Bukannya ulang alik lah benda lah macam tak faham ke apa. And I hope that I teach you clearly. Also, if you don't understand anything, please do put it in the live chat, or you can contact me at the eTuisyen online under Ask Tutor. If you cannot find me, there's other tutors that can help you as well to ensure you are clear of what you need to understand or learn for certain subjects or topics. Okay? Alright, so that's for the exercise number 1. Alright, so let's go through the last one. Okay, so I have this will be the last one and we will be done for tonight. Okay, so what I have here, I have the sentence here, and I put the example next to it. And if you notice, last week, tomorrow, now, last night, tomorrow, last Friday, this is for to answer the question when. Okay, so these are examples is to answer those questions. Okay, now remember when I teach you all the tenses, okay, the past tense, present tense, future tense, and this is where you're gonna use it. Okay, there's a reason why I was teaching you about the verbs, about the tenses, because when you learn about adverb, that's actually describing or add meaning to your verb. So you need to know the verb first, then you know adverb. Okay, so that's why we're gonna learn about this now. Okay, so here, I met Jane last week or tomorrow. Okay, so here, nampak tengok dekat sini. Saya jumpa Jane. I met Jane. Look at the spelling of your verb here. Look at here. Remember that I was asking you try use the table that I share. Oh, when did I taught you that? Bila Oh, that's few weeks ago. So FYI, if this is your first class, you can try to look at my previous video to go through the tenses, because you need to know, you need to remember how to use like what are the formulas. So how I teach grammar also, I try to put it in a formula so that you can identify it easily. Okay, this is present tense, this is past tense. So at least you know quickly on how to identify different tenses. Okay, all right. So for this one, I met Jane. So look at the verb met, okay, M-E-T. Now if you remember the table that I share with you, kalau root word dia apa, past simple past dia macam mana bentuk dia. Simple past tu yang tambah ed tu. Alright. And then past participle dia macam mana, ing bentuk dia macam mana. And then I think I also ask you to put in the present tense ni bentuk macam yang tambah es, ies semua tu kan. Alright. So here met, okay, met, ejaan dia tak ada kena mengena dengan ed ke semua. This is the irregular verb. Okay, so here the root word of met, okay, is actually M-E-E-T. Alright, and then if it's become past tense, it's the met one. So this is the past tense, and then this is the present tense, or the root word lah. Okay, so here it means that I met Jane, meaning it's a past tense. So meaning our adverb needs to be in the past. So last week, tomorrow. Confirm lah last week, because that's happened last week in the past. So the first one, the answer is last week. Okay, second one, we are going home now. Okay, or last night. Okay, so here we are going home. Look at the verb here, going, and then ada tambah are dekat depan. Remember when we learn about present continuous, okay, ada tambah are dengan going home. When we talk about present continuous, we answer two questions. We are answering two questions. The first one is, what is happening at the moment? Apa yang tengah terjadi? Or you answer the another question is, what's gonna happen later? Okay, so actually present continuous, you can also use it to describe something that's gonna happen in the future, but in a simple way. Macam tu lah, okay? Alright, so here in this case, so either it's gonna happen at that moment, or you're gonna say right now, or in like tomorrow, or in the near future. So here, now dengan last night, confirm lah last night tu salah because it's in the past. So jawapannya adalah now. I think I also give you the jawapan just now actually. I tried to cover, but I know I messed it up. Okay, but yeah, the answer is now. Now let's go through the third one. I will show you the picture tomorrow or last Friday. Okay, so here, look at the verb show, and then ada will. Okay, will show. So if you remember when we learn about future tense, I think this is the simple future one. Okay, so tambah will and then you keep the root word of your verb. Show tak ubah apa-apa. So I will show, meaning this is a future one. So our adverb, we need to choose the ones that is in the future. Tomorrow or last Friday. And confirm lah jawapannya adalah tomorrow. Because last Friday happened last Jumaat lepas. So we need something that is in the future. That will be tomorrow. So tomorrow jawapannya. Okay, two more. And then we'll be done for the night. Okay, so we slept late tonight, last night. Look at the word here. Slept. Okay, slept. So ejaan, remember, so that's why that table that I ask you to try and use it can be really, really helpful for you to identify, to really know your vocabs, especially in different situations. Okay, different tenses. So here, slept. Okay, kataan slept ni, root word dia, slept. So slept actually comes from sleep. So this is the past. And this is either present ataupun root word dia. Okay, so sleep. So meaning it's past tense. So meaning we need to choose something that has past. So here either tonight or last night, and the answer is last night. Okay, alright, semalam. And then tonight is today. So this one cannot. We sleep late tonight, meaning kita akan tidur lambat malam ni. So itu kalau sleep, kalau S-L-E-E-P. But this one ejaan dia S-L-E-P-T. So dah terjadi semalam. Okay, so last one. It will rain yesterday or soon. Similar to the one on number 3. Ada perkataan will, it will rain. So it means that the rain will come. So nanti baru nak hujan. So here maksudnya we have to choose something that is in the future. Ini semalam, yesterday. Yang ni akan datang. So maksudnya jawapannya adalah soon. Okay? Alright. I think that is the last one from my end. Haha, that's all for now, folks. So as of now, you have learned from me on what are the adverbs, what are the words that you can use to describe or to really add meanings to your verb. Macam mana to answer the question, how did you do it? When did you do it? Where do you do it? How often do you do it? Okay, so these questions you would use adverb to explain, to describe the verb that you do. And then also, I also share to you how to use an online dictionary at the beginning of the video. So hopefully you can use it and try to add more of your vocabs and how to use the words in different sentences. It's never wrong to read more than one dictionary. I use 3, Sarah. Okay, so that's all for me. See you when I see you. Bye-bye. Adios.